once a child, especially a female, says that she is transgender, they are fed a lot of pornography. There's a pornography component to this that's disgusting.
What kind of pornography? Just regular porn? I mean, heterosexual, homosexual porn, or
No.
children pornography, books, comics?
So my daughter was into anime.
Mm-hmm.
Anime is cartoon, Japanese, and it's very gender bending, and the girls are very voluptuous.
Yes.
And girls don't necessarily want to see themselves in that. I don't walk around with a bustier and micro minis on.
Yes.
And
they always picture like students or pupils, girls, pupils, like sex objects.
Correct.
It's very twisted culture.
It is. And that's all we're good for. So if you're a young girl, why wouldn't you want to flee femalehood if that's what you have to look forward to? So anime turns into hentai. Hentai is cartoon pornography. So it usually can get around porn blocks on a phone. It can have incest, bestiality, pedophilia. I mean, pedophilia with like 2-year-olds.
What?
I kid you not. And once a child starts looking at some of this or is fed it, because that's what happens, it's fed to them and then it gets on their feed and the algorithm. So it pushes it and it gets deeper and deeper. And they actually even read porn to children. And again, the porn blocking sites can't block this out because they use, euphemistic language like, member or whatnot, and it hypnotizes them. They go to sleep to it. A lot of boys think that they're girls because they watch what is called sissy porn, which is 2 men, 1 man dressing up as a caricature of a woman, very, grossly feminine in basically a French maid's outfit. And the young boys don't understand that they're getting physically excited with something that's really perverted, but they can't distinguish between reality and just what their body's reacting to naturally, because boys' bodies react a little bit differently than girls do.
Boys, you mean what age? 10 to 12-year-olds?
Well, I think the studies now are that 15% of all 10-year-olds have looked at hardcore pornography just through their school iPad or phones.
Yeah, regular pornography, heterosexual pornography, I can at least understand. Like it's kind of a natural woman with the man, right? But if we were talking about, just like you said, that they're watching the pictures of a 2-year-olds, or how 2 men, one of them dresses like a woman, it's not natural. Why don't they feel gross? Even when you're 10-year-old, my kid is 5-year-old, so he's playing with girls. He wants to give some gifts, present some flowers, and etc. He's attracted to girls already. He's 5-year-old only. You'll never. I don't know whether you can switch his mind.
But you can actually, because it
piece by piece.
Piece by piece, and it's very confusing to a boy, because they will maybe have a pleasure reaction to something that is really disgusting, and so they can't distinguish the two. So they can be watching 2 men together, a man dressed up as a woman and a man, and they have a bodily reaction to that, and that sends an endorphin through their brain, and so they want that high again, and so they go look for that. I mean, the porn that's out there now, and I don't invite you to do this, but I had done it because I had to see what was sent to my daughter. But once I started to see what my daughter was looking at, I couldn't get the porn stopped. It kept being pushed out to me, and it got grosser and grosser.
On Instagram? It's not even on Pornhub?
Pornhub, it was through Twitter, too. And it just, I had to put parental blockage on my own phone because I couldn't get it to stop. In fact, I still have strip ads that show up on my computer that are strange looking materials. Not porn, but like underwear that are supposed to be panties for men. I can't get it to stop. And that was 4 years ago. This is what is happening to our kids. It's coming through every avenue. And these kids then send it to each other. And men go to Instagram and see the kids that are disassociating with their bodies. So they'll see a girl who says that she's a boy, and that's easy pickings.
Why?
Because it's a girl who is not comfortable in her body. It's a girl who's disassociating, saying that this isn't really me. It's not my body. So they go after them and send me pictures of your breasts because you're going to get rid of them anyway.
And they do.
And they do.
For money or just for fun?
Well, the men do it. The girls do it for money or for gifts from, through Amazon, which is a way to skirt the parents from knowing because these kids don't have bank accounts. But this is how it's done. It's really nasty. And then think about this. So sorry, I'm going to get gross here, but think about a young girl with testosterone coursing through her body, a 15-year-old. So now you have a girl who no longer says no to
She's
sexual
promiscuous.
That's correct.
Because boys, when they're 15, they want to have sex with everybody.
That's
with
right.
every girl.
That's right. And so now you have a female body who is...
That acts like a boy, like a male.
That's right. That's right. So it's a pedophile's dream. Because now you have young girls. Women say no. I saw your wife. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. She can go out any day, not to scare you, but she could go out any day and find a lover. Her job is to say no. That would be different. Maybe if she had more testosterone. And also think about this too. Men, you titrate up with testosterone. And so by the time you hit a certain age, you've kind of got that under control.
Kinda.
Yeah, well, right, but you're not out there, going after every woman that you see.
But the problem with men is not that they have too high of a testosterone. The problem is they have too low testosterone.
I'm going to be really gross here. They are putting together a chemical concoction for males for some kind of oozing to come out of their breasts. They're feeding infants. That's right. So it's a pedophile's dream. Anime turns into hentai. Hentai is cartoon pornography. It can have incest, bestiality, pedophilia. Pedophilia with like 2-year-olds.
What?
Why are there so many men now, 50-year-old men saying that they're women, leaving their families or leaving their jobs, going into little girls' bathrooms? They are created. I once heard a doctor say, it was exciting. We could change sex. How exciting. And then you have the people who are just in it for the money because, man, the money's good. And then you have the fetish people who are doing it because it's cool to cut off little boys' penises and fashion fake vaginas out of them. It's a fetish. Remember we talked about the pedophilia? So there's adult men with micro penises because they were put on puberty blockers. Their penis never grew to be at the man size, and it never will. When she had her baby, her milk came in, but she doesn't have any breasts.
Oh, wow.
And the doctors didn't know what to do. We're in an incredibly dark place where humanity is disappearing unless we switch really, really quick. This will be the end of our civilization. I don't care what happens to me. I really don't. I only care what happens to the future generations.